Let me now call upon Her Excellency Thandiwe Dumbutchena, Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in Malawi. Her Excellency Thandiwe Dumbutchena will be followed by Right Honorable Themba Masuku, Vice Prime Minister of Swaziland.
Person of the Commercial Authority. The former First Lady, Madam Kalista Mutharika, Honorable Professor Peter Mutharika, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. His Excellency, President Robert Gabriel Mugabe of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and Her Excellency, the First Lady, Amai Mugabe. His Excellency, H. Pohamba, President of the Republic of Namibia, His Excellency, Mwai Kibaki, President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, Armando Emilio Guebuza, President of the Republic of Mozambique, His Excellency, Jakaya Kikwete, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, the Right Honorable Kumbo Hastings Kechali, Vice President of the Republic of Malawi, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, whom I've already covered individually, Your Excellency Jinping, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Your Excellencies, my colleagues, representatives of heads of state and government in Malawi, and those covering from Zambia is here, the Ambassador of Kenya. The one covering from Harare is here, the Ambassador of Namibia. Your Lordship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Malawi, the Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly of Malawi, Honorable Ministers and Members of Parliament, Dr. Bright Msaka, the Chief Secretary to the Cabinet, representatives of regional and international organizations, Your Excellency, President Joyce Banda, the President of the Republic of Malawi, may I thank you at the outset for this opportunity that has been accorded us to present an eulogy on such a special day where we have lost a president who was highly visionary. We extend our condolences to yourself, Your Excellency, and to members of the Mutharika family, the First Lady especially for the trauma, and the children. President Bingu wa Mutharika has left an indelible record of achievements driven by the passion for his countrymen to raise Malawi to the highest possible level. His death brought us together more than ever before. As we shared, we met, we were totally shattered. Our colleagues, the partners, the European Union, America, you name them, Ireland, Germany, and so on, all of us met. They were deeply concerned with what had happened. And the 15th of April, we were honored by being given the opportunity to go together in a convoy to the new State House to view the body of the late president. It was a spectacle to see so many of us flying the different colors of flags to honor the great man. The late president was convinced that Malawi was not poor, but the problem was about low self-perception and a defeatist attitude. In other words, he was addressing the self-fulfilling prophecy, which implies you are what you think you are. The late president will be remembered for his visionary leadership and passionate commitment to human-centered development and equitable integration into the global economy. His philosophy and vision of how Africa should take advantage of its immense natural resources is articulated with practical examples in his last book, entitled The African Dream. I asked him, I said, you are an author, and such a great author too. Where do you get the time as a president to write? And he said, I write during the night. He never rested. During the night, he was the author. During the day, he was the official president. When I read that book, I understood why the great ones sometimes disappear very fast from among us. We all recall his famous mantra that the sky is not the limit, but rather that the limitations were in the minds of those who believed that the sky is the limit. Pepani ndikuyangura chizungu anzanga abwera kuchokera ku Europe. Pepani mazimai pepani nazibambo. It was in his nature to question conventional wisdom and ask for evidence. His questioning of conventional wisdom and an orthodox approach led to the perception that he could not listen to advice, which was not the case. Excellencies and fellow mourners, allow me to give a few examples. When the late president introduced the smart subsidies in agriculture, he met resistance from those who were convinced that subsidies were bad. Within 2 years of having introduced these subsidies, Malawi had bumper harvest and was exporting its surplus to food deficit countries within the region. It is paradoxical that when his policies produced miraculous results, those of us who had denounced them as economic illiteracy became the champions of those smart subsidies. As a result of this success, the African Union, when he was the chair, adopted this program for the African bread basket and the Green Belt. Another example among many was his commitment to infrastructure development and science and technology, which is manifested by the projects he initiated. Excellencies, the late president will be remembered for his contribution to poverty reduction, which saw absolute poverty drop from about 60% to 45% on few agricultural commodities for exports. Reduction of the number of people in absolute poverty could not be sustained when commodity prices, particularly for tobacco, fell as a result of the movement against tobacco smoking. The Constitution of Malawi, in Section 83, Paragraph 4, provides that whenever there is a vacancy in the office of the president, the first vice president shall assume that office for the remainder of the term. The heads of missions and members of the diplomatic corps were absolutely impressed with the manner in which constitutional procedures were complied with in Malawi. Therefore, there was a smooth transition of power. To that end, on behalf of my colleagues, I congratulate you, Your Excellency, President of Malawi, Mrs. Joyce Banda, and the people of Malawi for the peaceful transition of power, which was applauded by many presidents, some of whom are here today. Yes, partners with whom we've been sharing, Japan included, China, everybody, France, we've been sharing. This came as a surprise that I would be participating here. So I'm using the records of our sharing. Partners are aware that expectations among the people of Malawi are too high. Now here comes the woman. Anticipation, expectation, a magic wand. Everything will change. Everything will go better. Oh, yes, it will. Here we go. Patience is necessary, and collective support to enable the president's commitment for meaningful change to be realized by re-engagement of those who are interested in offering assistance to credible programs. There is an apparent readiness for dialogue, which is not my mandate to elaborate. There is a silver lining in every cloud. So Malawi needs to look hopefully into the future while fostering the spirit of hard work left behind by President Bingu Mutharika, who said, "Let the work of my hands speak for me." Yes, his indelible footsteps at the state-of-the-art Parliament building, the 5-star hotel and conference center, the VVIP wing of the airport, the Science Technology University, which we have seen looming above there as we came. His creative genius stands before us as the mausoleum, the Taj Mahal, which he redesigned to suit his taste. The outstanding green belt concept will exist to motivate generations to come so that failure will never again be an option for Malawi. They would fight hunger because Bingu said no African child should die of hunger. No child should ever die of hunger. Malawi, you've got cassava, you've got rice, you've got all kinds of rice, brown rice, white rice, fire, kilombera, this aromatic kind of rice, which is so tasty. You've got Irish potatoes. You have got so multiple colors of beans. You have got an abundance of food. Nothing can make you fail. Whatever you put into the soil sprouts and grows. You must live in this culture of abundance. Never again should anyone die of hunger. Cherish and carry on with the green belt concept, which President Mutharika spelled out as the inheritance that would unlock Malawi's wealth for the continent to benefit, as Malawi assumed the role of being the breadbasket of Africa. The main concern of many great leaders is who can carry the leadership baton with the same zeal, the same perception, the same vision when they are no longer on the stage. Malawi is privileged to have a president in Excellency Joyce Banda who has accepted to nurture the dreams and aspirations of her predecessor. I call her the peacemaker. Her conciliatory remarks, how she has accommodated everyone from all the other parties and groupings. How she even said, as in Kunkuyu, he's a DPP guy who was trying to have a hope alliance in order to heal the part from within at that last stage when people who perhaps don't share the vision with the leader were becoming irritant, has been appointed as the Minister of Information, and he was told by President Joyce Banda that she wants the truth and nothing else but the truth. Most leaders are misguided by people who tell them lies in order to please them. Judging by how President Banda has taken over during difficult times, like now, or a crisis, she has demonstrated exceptional crisis management skills by the very manner in which she has aided the nation to bury its father with honor. This is indeed the great honor which we are witnessing now. Here we are witnessing a uniquely well-supported burial of a rare leader of our time, who will be remembered more when he is gone. You shall remember Bingu Mutharika more than ever before, with greater intensity and even fondness than by the misguided challenges he faced towards the end. To err is human, to forgive is divine. There was more good, more greater achievements than any slips that might have happened towards the difficult times of the end. May the soul of the late President Mutharika rest in peace, and may the Almighty God sustain you, the people of Malawi. Your Excellency President Joyce Banda, the guidance of the Spirit of God is already with you, and the entire bereaved nation of Malawi. As for you, Dua, Madalitso, Tapiwa, carry the torch, carry the vision. Follow the steps of your father. It's all possible. Dua, you can always be a vice president. The life is there ahead of you. My colleagues, excellencies, thank you very much for coming in such large numbers. Thank you.